First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly
I don't want to know.
that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Ground they go with a running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Flushed to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Now let's go. Green, 30.
Mayfield on play action. Goodwin able to haul it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now his 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, 4 down. 46. 26.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. He sets the fire deep, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. Here's Marshall. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Off the toss, Cohen. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll drop the throw. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are in for 6. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Marshall. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15 and a first. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now back to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second down, Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense. Get the ball back.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
There we go. 47, 26.
They'll set up a throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
They'll roll him out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Leopard! Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 50 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Gun. Switch it,
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw.
But how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a first down.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field and following the pick six. And they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep down, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His sixth touchdown of the season, and the Bears draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And it's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he Jackson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Mayfield now on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Bears on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
46.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks